Now let's jump to my favorite music. Over the last couple of years, I really struggled to find any new music that I enjoyed because nothing seemed interesting, nothing seemed challenging, nothing was refreshing. But this last year, the YouTube algorithm praised me with some incredible new music. The first one is a group called Men I Trust. I think my camera is overexposed, but Men I Trust. This is a 3-piece band, 4-piece band. I don't know how many people are in it, but it is a very jazzy, calming, dreamy style of music. And it is probably one of my most listened to artists this year. I don't have Spotify, so I don't get that thing. And this is one of the bands where I can put this on and just put on a playlist and leave it playing at a lower volume in the background all day long while I'm playing a video game, Minecraft. That's the only game that I play, or being in a voice chat. It's the only group that I'm able to do that with because you're able to passively listen to it, but if you tune into it, if you actually focus on it, it's always going to be good. And I actually discovered another artist in this list because of an interview I watched with them. So that's the first group, Men I Trust. Look up their garage sessions. They're incredible. Or just look up any of their studio stuff. Second is a group called Viagra Boys. I know it's a vulgar sounding name, and yeah, it's a bit vulgar in terms of the content of the music, or at least it comes across vulgar. But this is almost like a jazz fusion group. I know they would probably hate being described as that, but I imagine if a bunch of punk kids learned to play jazz, this is what it would be, and it is outstanding. It's their standout track. It's not on this album, but their standout track, the one that brought me in, was called Sports. And the thing that's fascinating about their music videos is they record the vocals live for the music videos, which is pretty darn unique. And if you're looking for a different style of music, something that you will likely not have heard before, look up the Viagra Boys. Absolutely adore that group and really enjoyable. Next up is the artist that I discovered because of Men I Trust, and that would be Chet Baker. I have no idea how I had never listened to Chet Baker before, but he is a trumpet player and a vocalist. And just like my microphones, the singers that I enjoy have particularly smooth voices. They're not harsh. They aren't overly bright. They aren't piercing. They are very soft, almost as though they're sighing into the microphone. That doesn't do it justice. That makes it sound like it's effortless, but it is. Chet Baker was incredibly talented. I think he's passed away at this point, but the collection was, I think, $12 for 4 CDs, and it is, oh, I'm sorry, is this 8 CDs? 8 CDs, 8 albums worth of music for 10 or $12. It is amazing. Easily has become one of my favorite vocalists, and probably, I'm not a huge trumpet music listener, but one of my favorite trumpet players. Of course, Louis Armstrong will probably always be number one for everybody. Or Wynton Marsalis. Marsalis? Marcial? I don't know how to pronounce his name. And the final music group. Wow, how long have we been going? I've spent way too long on this. Motion City Soundtrack. This was purely a nostalgia pick. I put this on, and this is their album, Commit This to Memory. I listened to this for probably 2 months straight because I really did not like this year, and a lot of what I chose was nostalgia-driven because it was the Watch Gringa. I was watching one of her videos, and she actually mentioned why she believes people are gravitating towards more vintage-inspired watches, and she proposed the idea that people are going nostalgic because they want to go back to a simpler time. And once I heard her say that, I said, that's exactly what I've been doing this entire year. And this music album, why did I word it that way? Motion City Soundtrack, Commit This to Memory, a nearly perfect album produced by Mark Hoppus, and 2 months of this was a perfect escape for me because I needed it. And definitely took me back to simpler times before tyranny and being 666 days to slow the whatever. I hate everything.